And this is Back in Black, as I'm sure you've guessed by now. Okay, the song starts. Power chord, E, open, second. D chord, it's a D power chord, so you're only going to play the open 4th string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 3rd fret, 2nd string. And then to an A chord. Alright, and then you got pull-offs. 3rd fret, 1st string pulls off to the open 1st string. 3rd fret, 2nd string pulls off to the open 2nd string. Pick the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, bend it up a half step, release, pull off to the 3rd string. So, okay, that whole bit there sounds like this. Alright, and then the chords again. 2nd fret of the 5th string, 4th fret of the 6th, 2nd fret of the 5th to the 5th fret of the 6th. The numbers are going to get confusing. 2nd fret again to the 6th fret of the 6th string, and the last one is 2nd fret of the 5th to the 7th fret of the 6th string. Alright, so basically it pivots off this 2nd fret of the 5th string, and the numbers, the frets on the 6th string go 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so. Okay, now, yes, that is a bit of a stretch. Especially there, that's kind of ouch. So if you can't do that, then the way you would kind of rearrange that is to take this note here and play it there for that entire sequence. So it's now on this one string. It goes 7 4 7 5 7 6 7 7. All right, definitely much easier to play. Doesn't sound exactly the same as that, but who's gonna know, right? It's pretty close. So the whole thing. And it's the exact same riff throughout the entire verse. This chorus goes A, E, B. It's like a B but with an open A string, and then back to B. Alright, so after the last chorus, again, the next sequence is G, a full G chord without your first finger, so it's a bit more of a rock G chord. So the 5th string is actually going to be muted by just kind of laying that 2nd finger down and hitting it. Alright, so G, D, A, single note, 3rd fret G of the 6th string, back to A. So that part is. And then it does the first one again, so A, E, B. Then a G chord. D, D, ends off on a D chord. So the entire chorus from the and if you don't have a good thumb muting technique together, it's something that is really, really worth getting happening, because when you play, for example, an A power chord, if you mute the top string, which you don't want to hear necessarily, you can freely hit all the strings. You don't got to worry about being real precise and only hitting those strings. That really kind of restricts your strumming and Doesn't quite sound as powerful as if you actually get that muted little percussive hit in the power chord. It makes it sound a little bit more rock and roll. So really recommend when you're playing power chords that aren't using this top string to try and wrap your thumb around and mute those strings. And then when you do go to an E chord, obviously your thumb comes off because you want to hear that string. But when you go to that B chord, your thumb deadens that E string, and then you can hit it again. You get that percussive thing mixed in with your power chord, and it actually sounds, it adds an extra little percussive impact to your chord. It sounds good. Alright? Especially on a D chord, where you might not want to hear those two strings, right? Mute them out with your thumb. So highly recommend getting that technique together. That's the verse and the chorus. What happens after that? There's a solo. So what Angus does, I'll detail what Malcolm does on the rhythm guitar. So it's E. So a regular E chord, power chord. Open in 7th frets. Open in 6th frets. And then an E power chord, da 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 da. Same thing again. And then E A E A E. Right? So just power chords back and forth. And then again. And it does it 2 more times while Angus is soloing. Make sure you mute, deaden those strings too after the shots. Mute with your right hand. The last time he lets them ring open because they're building into a new part. Chorus. It's all the same. Shot on the A. My bad. This is actually where it goes to the, in my opinion, one of the heaviest riffs ever written in rock and roll. It is such a wicked, cool riff. So, it requires some crazy stretching, just like the other part did, but if you get your thumb positioned down here, around like that, it makes it way easier to reach those stretches. If I bring my thumb this way, my fingers collapse. Alright, so get your thumb down there, and your fingers can spread wide apart, and you can do all kinds of crazy fretboard gymnastics, stretches. So anyways, that riff goes open E string, 5th fret of the 5th string, 5th, 4th, 2nd, 4th, all on the 5th string. And then it goes to the 3rd fret of the top string, 2nd fret, 5th string, there, back to there, 6th fret. That same kind of movement as in the verse, so. Obviously, key is making sure your first finger is planted on that 2nd fret and not lifting it at all for that entire riff, so. Does that, and then it moves the entire thing down instead of string, so starting on the A string. Back to the E. Back to the chorus. That's all the same. That's where the shot on the A power chord is. But it dip. Back to this part. There's a really really cool Angus hook in there. 9, 7, 9 on the third string. And he kind of lets that first string ring open too. Mute the second string. It's something like that. But anyways, I'm not going to do lead stuff in this video. It's just the rhythm stuff. And it fades out on that. Enjoy.